You've probably heard this advice a lot before, like you need to have a good niche down, you need to specialize in something. And what are the main reasons for that? The most obvious reason is if you pick a niche where there is so much competition, it's going to be really hard for you to stand out. So you want to pick a niche where there is high demand and low competition. And I would say like most niches are kind of saturated. Like you're not going to find a niche that is just not saturated at all, because if you find a niche that no one has made products in, it might not even be a good niche in the first place. Like there might not be people even looking for that thing. So there's always going to be competition, and you want to stand out by doing something different or something unique. I would not compete on the price point though, because the prices on Etsy are already really, really low. So you want to make the product quality like really, really good. Another reason why you want to have a specific niche for your shop is you don't want to confuse customers. For me, if I'm buying something on Etsy, I'm going to search something and then I'm going to click into that product, and then I might think, oh, I actually really, really like this product. Let me see what else this shop is selling. If I see similar items, then I'll be like, okay, yeah, like this is great. This is a shop that specializes in the type of product that I'm looking for. It's if I click into the shop and I see all this random stuff, it's like completely unrelated things, I'm gonna be like, I don't know if I want to buy from this shop, because it's kind of like Walmart. I don't know if the quality is good. So when you have a good niche and when all the items in your shop are somewhat related to each other, it communicates to the customer that you are a high quality seller. It's not like you're shopping at Walmart. Another reason why the niche is so important is also just for you to be efficient and productive in your work, because when you're researching different kinds of products to make, you're going to be a lot more efficient compared to if you made a whole bunch of products that are in a completely different niche and you have to do the same research for every single one of them and make a completely different thing. So how do you find a niche on Etsy? I have 3 tips for you, and make sure you stay until the end of this video because I do have a bonus tip that you don't want to miss out on. The first tip, or I guess the first thing I want to share with you, is I want to give you kind of a way of thinking about how to pick a niche. So there's 2 ways to kind of think about this. So the first way you're going to pick a niche is it's the same audience but multiple products. So everything in your shop is going to be for the same kind of customer or same audience, but you're going to have multiple products. So an example of this would be products for realtors. For example, you're going to offer email newsletters for realtors and website templates for realtors. So everything in the shop is geared towards that specific person. And this is great because let's say if I'm a realtor and I buy a business card template from your shop, I'm gonna click into your shop and see, maybe there's something else that I need. And I see, oh, a website template for a realtor. Well, that's great. Like I'll buy that too. Email newsletter template for a realtor. I'm gonna buy that too. So with the same customer, but you offering multiple products, you can get multiple sales from the same customer. The other way to think about picking a niche is you offering the same kind of product to different kinds of customers. So the audience is kind of broader. So let's say we're selling business cards. So you could offer Canva templates for realtors, financial advisors, business owners, beauty boutiques. So you're offering one kind of product. You're specializing in business cards. And so let's say I am a realtor and I click into your shop and I'm looking for a business card. I'm gonna see, wow, like this shop specializes in business cards and they're offering business cards to all these different kinds of customers. Wow, the quality of these business cards must be really, really good. Like these designs must be really good because this person is specialized in designing business cards. So I'm gonna buy from this person. So those are 2 ways you can kind of think about picking a niche, but you can also, add on more to that. So for example, with the second way, with offering one kind of product to multiple different kinds of customers, you can expand that. So I'll give you an example. Let's say originally you were selling Canva templates that are business cards for different kinds of customers. So then maybe you spend some time learning InDesign or Photoshop or whatever, and then you add another offering to your shop that is, so it's not just Canva templates, you're offering Photoshop templates that are business cards. You can basically take the same kind of design, the Canva templates, and make the exact same thing on Photoshop and sell that as well, because maybe some people have a preference. Maybe they don't want to use Canva, maybe they're more familiar with Photoshop. And then later on, if you want to add more things, you're thinking about more ideas that work, you can add products that are kind of in adjacent products or like complementary products to what you're already selling. So for example, with the first way, which is the same audience but multiple products, like basically the one-stop shop for realtors, you could then add products for mortgage brokers, because realtors and mortgage brokers are kind of in the same industry. With the other example, like business cards for multiple different kinds of customers, what you could then do is maybe flyers for those same customers, or like a bigger postcard kind of thing, like maybe a thank you card. For those kinds of customers in the same style as the business cards. I'm not sure how many of you know, but I just made a Etsy listing photos course. This is a course that comes with video lessons and a whole bunch of templates that you can use to make your listing photos and your listing videos. And probably the thing you're gonna like the most is these 50+ pages of Canva templates that you can use to make your listing photos so you don't have to start from scratch. So no pressure at all, but I just wanted to let you know that this resource is here, and I'll add a link in the description box where there are more details. You can take a look at it, and if you think it's useful, then yeah, you can buy it. The next tip I have for you for picking a niche is you need to pick something that you have experience in, ideally. In a recent Etsy workshop that I hosted, I was helping somebody with her Etsy shop. She already has an existing Etsy shop, but she wasn't really getting sales, and she was wondering why. We were looking at her listing photos, and she briefly mentioned somewhere in the conversation that she homeschools her daughter. And so actually the idea that I gave her that she really liked is making products for people who homeschool their kids, because she herself homeschools her daughter. She went through the whole process of doing all the research, like, should I homeschool? Should they be in actual school? And I'm pretty sure there are people looking for the exact same thing, like a curriculum for how to homeschool your children, different kinds of lessons in science, art. So this is a great example because she is literally the customer of the products that she is going to make. That's the whole point of business, right? You're creating something of value, either a service or a product for the customer, and it's because you understand the customer so much. That's why you're creating this unique or different product that other people haven't done before, and this is how you beat your competitors. The next tip that I have for you is to explore multiple niches using market research tools. So as I mentioned in the last tip, if you have experience in a whole bunch of things, maybe A, B, C, and you're trying to decide, okay, should I pick A or B or C, and I have experience in all of these, it would be really useful if you used some market research tools, and there are several that I really like. I will link them below. I've used all of these. I would not recommend anything that I have not tested myself, and I think all of these market research tools are great. If you got access to my Start Your Etsy checklist, you'll see that the first thing I do is make a brain dump of everything that I'm interested in, and then how do you narrow down what you're going to do for your niche. So then I would use market research tools and look at, okay, how many shops are selling this? What's the competition? I'm going to look at their listings and think, can I make something different? Like, do I have the skills to actually make this kind of a product? The bonus tip that I have for you is when you make a product, you are gonna make one really, really, really good one, and then you're gonna make 4 to 5 variations of it and then list them as separate products. The reason for this is, especially if you're selling templates, people are mostly gonna customize it, right? They're gonna change the colors, maybe change the fonts, and a lot of the times people can't visualize what it's gonna look like in a different color. So what I usually do with my products is I would make one really, really good one. I would spend a lot of time making a really good one, and then I would make 4 to 5 other variations, and I would just change some small things. Like I would change the color palette, maybe change the font, change the photos. So maybe in one example, it was like a female. So in another variation, I would put like male pictures. So what this does is it saves time. You can make more listings. And when people click into your shop and look at what other products you have, it looks like you specialize in that product even more because you have similar products. If you found this video useful, give me a thumbs up and also let me know in the comments. It actually means a lot to me when I get comments that my content is useful, and then I feel more motivated to make more content for you.